Hey, what's up everyone? Sam here. So personal transport gadgets have recently become the next big thing, and it gives us a clue on what we might expect to see in the future. My guess would be that one day it would be completely normal to see people whizzing through the streets on some high-tech gadget, hopefully one that actually hovers. But if you don't want to wait, there are some pretty decent gadgets available right now. So in this list, I'll be showing you 5 of the best personal transport gadgets. And as always, I'd like to give a big shout out to viewer The Driver for suggesting this video. Number 5. The Solowheel. This gadget is basically an electric unicycle. It is gyro-stabilized, so it's not that difficult to ride, and it can actually be pretty useful. To me, it's more of a fun gadget rather than an actual vehicle one would use on their daily commute, but I could be completely wrong. However, saying that, I can see its benefits. It's very similar to the hoverboard in its uses. For example, you would love it in a big open space like a college campus, riding it from class to class, but probably hate it on a rainy, cold morning in rush hour with hundreds of people to try and dodge and avoid. And let's face it, you'd have to have some pretty big balls to take it on the road with cars driving right by you. So while it looks extremely fun to ride and it does have its uses in certain situations, I doubt it will ever become a mainstream method of travel. Number 4. The Hoverboard. Yes, I know it doesn't actually hover, so therefore it's not actually a hoverboard, but the most common term for this self-balancing scooter is still hoverboard. At least according to Google. This bit of tech blew up in popularity thanks to celebrities, YouTubers and other social media stars using them in their videos. It was a must-have product until it blew up again. Only this time they literally started blowing up, making them obviously dangerous. This caused a huge backlash. Many large retailers like Amazon banned them for sale, airlines refused to take them on board, and sales went down drastically. However, not all is lost for the non-hovering hoverboard, since many manufacturers have now come together to produce the boards to the correct safety standards, ensuring they won't blow up anymore. So very soon, most hoverboard companies will most likely get the green light. However, fixing the fault is the easy part. Fixing their reputation is a much more difficult task. They are now viewed as dangerous, and even if I purchased one now from a respectable company, I would still feel a bit nervous leaving it to charge overnight. Realistically, it's going to take a lot of time before the hoverboard regains its popularity. If I owned a hoverboard company, I would completely redesign the way my boards look, just to make it look like a new version and hopefully get rid of that bad reputation. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the companies started doing that in the near future. Number 3. The boosted board. This bit of tech is unbelievably cool. They are nowhere near as popular as the hoverboard, but that's probably to do with the fact they are much more expensive. While it looks like just some electric skateboard, which it basically is, don't think this is just some overpriced toy. This is a proper vehicle you can use in your everyday life. Don't take my word for it, just hop over to Casey Neistat's channel and watch him blast through the busy streets of New York on a daily basis. In fact, let's face it, Casey Neistat is one of the main reasons the boosted board has become pretty famous, and you can see their appeal. They can achieve speeds of up to 22 miles per hour, you control them with a little remote control in your hand, and can travel you a good 8 miles on a single charge. If you live in a busy city, driving is slow and expensive. Public transport is usually not much better, so something like the boosted board actually becomes a pretty serious contender. So will it ever become a popular form of transport? Probably not, because if you want to get around cheaply, easily and fast in a busy city, you'd probably buy a bicycle. And if you're too lazy to pedal, well, electric bicycles do exist. Number 2. The WalkCar. This may look ridiculous, but I'm actually pretty excited. The WalkCar is basically a laptop-sized platform with 4 wheels and an electric motor. It works by shifting your weight in a direction you want to go in. What's really cool about this gadget is its specs. Firstly, it's really small and very portable. It can fit in any backpack and weighs about 2.5 kilograms, which is about 5.5 pounds. Therefore, you can easily take it with you wherever you go. Secondly, it can reach speeds of up to 6.2 miles per hour, which I can imagine is fast enough for the casual user. Thirdly, a full charge can give you around 7.2 miles of range, which considering its small size is very decent. However, there are a few downsides. I can imagine its tiny wheels wouldn't be very useful on anything that isn't a flat, smooth surface, and its price will be around $800, which is quite expensive for any gadget that really isn't necessary. However, saying that, in my opinion, it is a much better alternative to the hoverboard, and I'm sure as the company grows they will create new versions with even better specs and hopefully slightly bigger wheels. Number 1. The electric bicycle. Bicycles have been the undisputed king of personal transport. For decades they have been an easy, cheap, reliable way to travel with minimal effort. However, strap on an electric motor and you have an even more awesome machine. Electric bicycles are nothing new. They have been around for years but never really caught on massively. The main reason for that is the price. They are still very expensive compared to a standard bike, and let's face it, pedaling really isn't that big of a chore. However, this doesn't mean they aren't amazing. If you forget about the price and just see it for what it is, it's a vehicle that's easy to control and easy to steer and can move you at some pretty decent speeds. The only downside is that bikes aren't the most portable vehicle. You still have to chain them up, and with the rise in bike thefts in most major cities, you can easily lose a couple $1,000s in a matter of minutes. Even if you installed some kind of key ignition, it's still a bike and the thief can just pedal away with it. And even if there's some kind of immobilizer fitted so the pedals won't work without a key, it's still a bike and the thief can quite literally pick it up and run away with it. If cars can still be stolen, then the chances of making a thief-proof bike is pretty much zero. However, despite that, out of all the personal transport gadgets out there, sometimes the old-fashioned way is still the most effective. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a big thumbs up as it does help me out loads. And if you have any comment suggestions or feedback, please do leave them in the comments box below. Once again, thank you for watching, and until next time, feed your mind.